You know, friends, sometimes the Lord puts something in your path that changes you forever. For me, it happened years ago through someone who suffered more than most of us ever will, my nephew's wife. She fought Lou Gehrig's disease for 7 long years. Her body failed, but her spirit soared. She couldn't walk. She couldn't lift her children. She couldn't do the things she once loved, but she could hear him, not through leaders, not through classes, but through the scriptures and the whisper of the Spirit. During those years, she became very close to the wife of the man who wrote a sacred little record called The Life of Christ. Through that friendship, this book came into our family, and when I read it, something inside me woke up. I've written almost 500 blogs now, and had 16,000 views on them, and yet this one message right here has touched more people than almost anything I've ever posted, and I think I finally understand why. Because this is my mission, to help whoever will listen, to learn how to hear the Savior again, to walk with Him, to get our own light, to stop living on borrowed faith, and start hearing His voice for ourselves. The life of Christ tells the story the Scriptures hint at, but we often overlook. Jesus wasn't born walking on water. He wasn't born preaching to crowds. He was a baby in a manger, in a stable, in the cold, among animals. Mary held him. She fed him. She changed him. He learned. He grew. He skinned his knees. He asked questions. He worked with Joseph. He felt hunger, joy, sorrow, fatigue, and laughter. He lived just like we live, and because of that, He knows exactly how to reach us. The Nemenhah records teach this over and over. He took upon Him the weakness of all flesh, that He might know how to succor all who cry unto Him. He became like us so that we could become like Him. One scene from the life of Christ stopped me cold. It said that when the Savior began to sense His mission, He didn't run ahead of His Father. He asked. He sought permission to bless, permission to heal, permission to speak. Even when He received the sealing power, He asked the Father how and when and in what manner He should use it. If the Son of God didn't take authority lightly, how much more should we walk humbly with the little authority we're given? Priesthood, real priesthood, isn't about titles or hierarchy. It's about love, persuasion, gentleness, sacrifice, and a broken heart before heaven, exactly as Christ lived it. And the book also shows a side of Him the Scriptures whisper about, but we rarely picture: His humor, His warmth, His kind eyes, His patience with children, His quiet strength, His joy. He wasn't a cold marble statue. He was a living, breathing brother, a man who hugged lepers, laughed with fishermen, knelt beside the lonely, and loved with the full fire of the Father in Him. Alma said it perfectly. He shall suffer pains and afflictions of every kind, that He may know how to succor His people. And the Nemenhah echo. He is the Lamb who walks with His people. He is no stranger, but the elder brother. He is our brother, but when we receive Him, He becomes our Father in the covenant. Jesus said, I am the vine, ye are the branches. Without me ye can do nothing. And that's true. Without Him, our branches bear no fruit. Our prayers lose their power. Our souls lose their peace. This is why this message has awakened so many hearts. This is why the Lord is having me make these videos, because in these last days, more than anything else, we must hear Him, not the robe, not the crowd, not the institution, but the voice. And the truth is, every single one of us can hear Him. My nephew's wife proved that. She couldn't walk. but she lived in the Spirit, and she found Jesus in her suffering, and so can we. Friends, if you want to read something this week, read The Life of Christ. The link to the PDF is in the description. Read it with your heart open. Read it with the hope that He will speak to you. Read it remembering that He grew, and so can we, because we are His children. And when we hear His voice, truly hear it, He becomes our healer, our Father, and our way back home